You're listening to the Ottawa Homeboys podcast, your go-to source for Ottawa real estate and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Aboozar Sheikhi, Burton, and Ahmad Hassan. This podcast is about the real estate market in Ottawa and housing advice. But the advice may not apply to your situation. Contact the Homeboys or any licensed real estate professional for specific recommendations before you make decisions about your real estate needs.
Welcome to another episode of Ottawa Homeboys. I'm Aboozar Sheikhi of My Demand.
Good to be back, Aboozar. Dan Burton here.
Excellent.
Always nice to see you.
Absolutely. Same. So what are we doing then? Looking at stats.
Lots on the go as usual, Aboozar. So great to be back with you. Going to look at some market stats. Going to hear about how you've been lately. Yeah. You're looking a bit tanned.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you've been up to something that you could tell the viewers, the 5 viewers about. And then let's jump into the topic of today. I think we're thinking how to choose the right neighborhood for you.
Yeah, it's always I think the location's key for buyers. Property value increase over time. I think that those are things that are has an impact.
As an agent, what are the things that we can look into to educate our buyers so that they make the right decision and that they feel, good about the home for a long time to come. But we'll get into all that. So without further ado, how you been? How's everything?
Things are good. Yeah, it was nice. We took a little vacation. I went to Spain, so that was with the whole family. So nice and warm. Drove down, a couple of cities, so along the coast, and it was first time for everything.
Fantastic.
I really enjoyed that. So perhaps that could be done in other countries as well.
Nice. So that sounds great. Anything exciting on the go work-wise for you? Looking forward?
I got the two rentals right now. There's a 908 Fletcher. That's a mid-unit townhome built in 2013. And it's got a walkout basement, full 4 bathrooms and 33 beds.
Oh, nice.
So that's in Canada Lakes, very desirable area. So I got that up for $2,750. We got another single home in Whitehaven, so close to Carlingwood Mall. That's hitting the market today. So that'll be $2,750 as well. And another home for sale coming in Central Park area. So it's a mid-unit townhome hitting the market hopefully by the end of next week. It's going to be listed for $625.
Nice.
So it's in a good price range, I think.
Great neighborhood too.
Absolutely.
Speaking of neighborhoods today, right?
Exactly. So we'll go over exactly whether it's for your first time home. How many people in your family, and growth over time. All those things. Those good things. Yeah. And you yourself, what's going on with you?
Yeah, things have been good, Aboozar. So no exotic sun-filled vacations for me, my friend. But in due time, my friend, in due time. Everything's been good on my side, Aboozar. Great to knock off the podcast with you a couple weeks back with Sam too. Yeah. Really enjoyed getting a guest on.
It was really good.
Can't wait to get a few more in the pipeline here. I got a couple listings as well. So I've had a detached home in Richmond. That one's 4,000 plus square feet, brand new. Looking for great tenants with that one. It's $3,400 a month. I have 2 more. So I have a nice 2-bedroom, 1 bath, about 825 square foot main floor apartment in Overbrook. So that's the west side of the Vanier Parkway, West Overbrook. You're right there with the Rio River, with parks, trails.
Awesome.
It's a really, really fantastic location, especially nice just to see it this time of year with the fall colors and all that too. Looks really good. And the newest one that I have is...
Sorry, for that one, how much is it?
We're asking $2,000 for that one. It's including a few things too.
Okay,
we're including central AC, heat, parking.
I mean, you can't find anything.
It's I've run some of the searches to compare it with a few others. And I like it a lot.
Cool.
And I think the asking price that we've set is very reasonable.
For sure.
The last one is also pretty cool. It's a corner unit townhome. So we've got great natural light in there, right? It's brand new. a lot of nice finishes and upgrades inside. We've got the client picked out some fantastic colors for that one. So we've got really like bright neutral tones. It just accentuates all the light.
Whereabouts?
That one's in Richmond.
Richmond.
So Fox Run Development.
Okay. Who's the builder other than
that? One's Kaivan.
Kaivan.
Yeah. So both mine and Richmond are through Kaivan. So with that one, we did a couple upgrades. So got the 4th bedroom in the basement. Got the 3rd full bath in the basement.
Okay.
On top of that, with the corner unit and with 2233 square feet, feels like a single family home.
Some are, right? For sure. So awesome. Some are, you know, some of these townhomes we see, it's like, you know, do you really want to go for that small single home just for the sake of privacy? Or some of these townhomes are much more affordable and they give you even more space at times than the small singles. Yeah.
So the singles through Kaivan start actually significantly smaller than this one.
Yeah.
You can get a single through Kaivan with the finished basement and the square footage included, about 1,800 square feet. So we got you beat by 450 square feet. Feels good.
It's significant, yeah.
And then the asking price is that still within that townhome range of reasonable. It's at 2,700 monthly for that one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, so lots of exciting stuff on the go with those 3. Always starting out new searches with buyers, getting out there. I've been out in Cornwall. I've been out in Limoges.
You've been all over.
Yeah, I've been all over lately. And yeah, lots of exciting stuff on the go with the market as well.
So what's going on? What are we looking at today? Because we look at the detached single homes, and we promised we're going to do a category each episode just to give listeners and viewers a good feel for a specific type of property if they're looking for that. Because the generalization always throws people off. You know, they're like, you know, I'm looking for a town. I'm not looking for detached. You're giving me stats of everything. So what's going on with the townhomes?
Yeah, so good to narrow it down, Aboozar. Looking at townhome stats for September 2025 compared to September 2024. So that's just for that month and then compared year over year.
Okay.
Some really interesting numbers here. So we had 343 sales in 2025. That's up 33% compared to September 2024. New listings, we had 800 in 2025, and that's up 47% compared to 2024. Active listings, we have 1,081. That's up 52.5% from 2024. And then we're looking at months of inventory. So that's 3.2 compared to a 2.7 to 2024. Average price, we've got 555K, and that's actually down 4.5% from 2024. So I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you there, Aboozar. I mean, what do you think? What do you think?
I still don't see a significant, and again, I'll consider it. We have to notice the season as well, right? I mean, those things have always had an impact, regardless of the politics and the economy and so on, right? It's the season. Typically, we get a bit of a slow movement come end of August into September. Everybody's getting back from vacation and so on, and school's just getting going, and then we get a little kick in the in towards mid-October, come a bit of November, and then we slow down a bit into spring, right? Yeah. Essentially. But again, I'm not concerned. I don't know. What's your take on it? I mean,
this is one of those things too with me, Aboozar, like well said on the seasonality of everything. For me, I've been talking a lot on our last episodes about how many little mini markets there is within the overall market.
Yeah.
It isn't interesting to break this down because looking at some of those numbers, like that sales number is just up significantly.
Yeah.
Right. It seems to me like, maybe buyers are making the economical choice, right? Going with something that's freehold, but going with something that doesn't come with the price tag of a single family home, right? I think the average price for just the month of down 4.5%. Looking at the numbers year to date, it's actually down 1% year over year.
Yeah.
So to me, that makes a little bit more sense. Like, I'd think, if anything, over across the board, we've seen pricing increases, and I think with these being freehold, these having so much demand that you see with the sales number, I think the price is still going to be stable.
For
right?
sure. It's that, and it's the, again, we're going to get into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just the neighborhood. I mean, it's the seasonal aspect, many other things, as well as the neighborhood aspect of things as well. It's some neighborhoods are just more inventory there, more options to pick from. Essentially, it's going to be slower. And some neighborhood, we're seeing almost nothing come on the market, and as soon as they do, they get snatched up. So it's those stats that impact each other on and off, sort of a thing. So yeah, it's again, we can get into the neighborhoods
perfect
right
segue,
now.
my friend. Perfect segue. So you're looking at the neighborhood side of things. I think a nice way to start it off, Aboozar, would be just what kind of questions come up from buyers that you work with when they're considering what neighborhood should they purchase in?
Essentially, with a lot of buyers that I come across, it's the family growth aspect of things, especially with kids involved in with the schools, right? It's always the school system that at times dictates where people are going to end up, and essentially at times it impacts the value of properties as well, because everybody wants to be around the boundary, right? And that's the first question that comes up is what's the school, right? Like, well, what boundary does this fall into? And then it's whether they can afford it or not, basically.
Yeah. When we're talking about the school catchment, that's a really interesting one. If you want to look at even Canada in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on what school catchment the home falls into, can affect the average price of the home, I would think, by double digits.
That's it.
Right.
And that hence Canada Lakes, being so on demand. I mean, the central aspect of it, for sure, you the accessibility to the highway. But again, Stittsville, in my opinion, has the same, value as far as distance to the highway, because you're maybe 10-minute drive, perhaps at most, and then you're right into. But it is the school, everybody, Earl of March and so on.
So a big one I get to is the commute. So I've got, folks that might not have kiddos yet, might be planning to have kids, right? But I think another big one that you're always going to want to look at as a buyer is, how long does it take me to get to work right now?
Even now.
Even now,
right?
yeah.
Now it's different. No more COVID, right?
Yeah, no, everybody's back. Everybody's back, right? So how long does it take you to get to work where you are now? And where's the sweet spot for you? I get, like you mentioned, budget as well in that conversation, Aboozar. I get, like, for example, if you work at the Ottawa hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, that neighborhood immediately surrounding it, sure, you might have a 2-minute commute to work.
Yeah.
But that's established. It's a mature neighborhood. The prices are quite high.
Yeah.
Right. How far are you willing to drive? What's the minimum? What's the maximum? All that good stuff. Because then you could even look at, like, if you continue on that example and you want a 20-minute commute, look at places like maybe Tanglewood, right? So you could stretch the affordability, but still get there in a decent time.
That's it.
So
it's always that sacrifice, right? That challenge to what are you giving up to get something, right? It's whether you have to put more time into the commute to meet that affordability, or you're gonna sacrifice space to gain that neighborhood aspect of things, right? To have lesser space, square footage to be able to, if you do fall into that affordability or that price bracket.
No, it's cool that you mentioned the space as well, Aboozar, because I think you take a little bit from each piece of your home search, right? And like, you think of us as an agent, we want to be the doctor that knows how to go and stitch up this piece and that piece to fix up your ultimate home solution, right? So I think each neighborhood also has a vibe to it. So I think if you look at space, and if you think maybe I could sacrifice some, but I can't sacrifice how busy the neighborhood is, and I love busyness.
Absolutely.
Where would you?
Oh yeah, the
where would
buzz,
you-
right?
Yeah.
Some people like the buzz, some people like the quiet aspect of
Yeah.
things, and that's a deciding factor as well, for sure. Yeah.
Do you have a couple top neighborhoods that you find buyers gravitate towards for each of those? Like,
I mean,
family friendly on one hand, buzz on the other hand.
yeah. I mean, essentially, I would the top. And considering value growth over time, considering the school aspect of it, I would say the glebe, obviously, Old Ottawa East, Old Ottawa South, Westboro, those are the more core of, right? But with Ottawa, the interesting aspect is that I'm not familiar with other cities being this way.
Yeah.
It's because we got marshes and then vast lands of farmlands in between, the core or central to Orleans, to Kanata, to Barrhaven, and we've managed to establish these areas so well that they've become almost independent. You call it Ottawa, but they're so independent, and having the schools, having the shopping, having the restaurants, right? And some of the top ones in the city, right? Then it just it creates that the need or that fills the vacuum for you not being in the center and being in Canada and enjoying the same perhaps values as well, right? So it's again, I think it goes back to the location of your employment as well, right? And the income bracket as well. And it is a very different city now, because I find even with townhomes or overall, the price of homes, like Canada is a leading location for increasing prices. Because you're not going to find something newer anywhere else. You're going to find newer in Orleans, you're going to find newer in Barrhaven or Kanata. And because of the high-tech sector in Canada, it's always, I'm seeing the prices, there's a record set in rental, record set in sold amount in Canada. And then all of a sudden, other area of the city, they follow suit with what sold there. And because the wages are just top notch.
Well, you read my mind, Aboozar. I was going to ask you, what is it that keeps that going, right? What is it? Like you said, the development in Canada, and you're just seeing prices hit records, prices for rentals hit records. Can you break it down of how that works? Like, what should a buyer look for if they want to see that appreciation?
I mean, it depends on how much. Again, I keep saying sacrifice, but it is that at the end of the day, right? Whether you're willing to live in an undeveloped area for a period of time, and that's what you're looking at. In the core, there is no more. You can find a little lot and then build there. But I mean, for the majority of buyers, the opportunity to go through that process is significant, right? Lots of challenges involved. So bringing it back, yes, if you're willing to go under that, process of dealing with, the development. So it'll be dealing with, unpaved roads, dealing with,
noise, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's it. That's something that I think essentially you have a gain for you in those areas just because of the higher income bracket, which will essentially help the cause for home values.
I do think it's really interesting to see how it's self-fulfilling as well, right? You head up there because you have great employment in Canada North Tech Park. You get typically nice amount of household income when you're looking in Canada North, right? You look at the stats of that. And then top builders want to build there because they build the best product, and people that are earning the most typically get a bit more say in what kind of product they're getting.
Absolutely.
A great builder brings great income, brings great businesses, like you touched on, right? I mean, it's amazing to see. You head out to Canada, you can get restaurants that are already downtown, right? They might have two locations, one downtown, one Canada North. Same with Barrhaven, right? Same with Orleans.
That's it.
So, yeah.
And it's the city of Ottawa as well, right? When it comes to those movements,
Yeah.
then they see, okay, where are we collecting more taxes from, right? The more money coming in, the more we can spend on these areas to make more money. So I think
Love it.
the city, they
Love
have
it.
that. So
your taxes are going to
perception of
something.
that's it. Yeah. So you can increase your taxes. Yeah. So it's always.
Yeah, no, so nice chatting with you about this, Aboozar. I think we
Absolutely.
covered sort of what buyers should look for and what they should ask, a few different neighborhoods that have different vibes, along with how to estimate appreciation of the neighborhood you buy in. Anything else you want to cover on this one?
No, I mean, and they can all listeners or viewers can reach out to us. It's
sure.
In depth. We can talk more. This is just an
Yep.
oversight of how important neighborhoods are in decision making with considering all the variables and elements involved. But yeah, reach out to us, either myself or Dan, and we're more than glad to go neighborhood by neighborhood, break it down for you, types
Love
of
to do that.
homes available, and again, affordability
Age of the home, what the influences are in the neighborhood, all that good stuff. We got a lot to go over with you.
Exactly.
So reach out.
Well, it was good seeing you again, and
always a pleasure,
until the next
Aboozar.
episode.
Till the next episode.
Cheers.